Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Janelle and I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In today's video, I'm super excited because today I will be doing the all about my eyeshadow palettes tag. One of you guys actually suggested this video idea to me, Little Miss. I don't know your exact name, but you commented on my previous video mentioning how I should do this tag, and I looked it up and I love the idea of it. And basically Allie Glines and Samantha March are the ones who started this tag, so I will link their videos down below. If you guys want to get to know about some of my eyeshadow palettes, then definitely please keep watching. Before you go anywhere, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload. Love you guys, and let's get into the video. The first one is to show your newest palette. I haven't bought any new palettes since way before quarantine. I purchased a bunch of new face makeup, but not palettes. So the newest one that I got was the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 eyeshadow palette. I have both the original and this one. And to be honest, I was so hesitant about purchasing this palette because I have so many palettes that I was like, you're not allowed to buy any new ones. I ended up getting this one. I really enjoy it, but to be honest, I mainly only use these top colors here, like these shimmery, like champagne and rosy colors. But this is a great palette. Show your oldest palette. So it's funny because I recently cleaned out my makeup collection. In the beginning of this year, I did like a beauty room, like decluttering video. I can link that down below if you guys are interested in seeing that. And I got rid of so many palettes that I was holding onto for so long. Like I had some super old palettes in that video, but the oldest one that I had that I couldn't throw out because it was just so sentimental to me was my Lorac Pro palette. Look at this guy, the mirror shattered, like, ugh. This was the first high-end palette that I ever purchased. I remember buying this on Black Friday in 2013 at Kohl's, and my birthday falls on like Thanksgiving weekend. So I remember my family had celebrated my birthday at Thanksgiving and I got some money from them, and I was so excited to purchase this palette with my own money. It wasn't even on sale, but I was at Kohl's and I was just so excited to finally have my first high-end palette that I could show on YouTube and not use like the regular like e.l.f. palettes that I was using before. This palette means so much to me and I don't think I will ever throw it away. I remember using the crap out of this palette. Like this was such a good first high-end palette. It literally had everything I needed, from my lighter colors to the darker ones. I believe that they still make it, and I kind of want to pick up a new one of these and like see how it performs, because I feel like makeup has definitely evolved a lot from then, but I remember this palette just being amazing. And so the next one is to show your most expensive palette. So the most expensive palette that I own, Alex actually surprised me with it for my birthday last year, and it's the Natasha Denona Gold palette. You can tell I use and abuse this. Like I'm definitely getting my money's worth. This palette retails for $129. So Alex got me this as a birthday gift, and that was very nice of him to do that because $129 for an eyeshadow palette is insane. But as insane as that is, the second that I applied these shadows and like blended them on my eyelids, I was like, these are amazing. Like I didn't want, well, I guess I did kind of want to love them because I knew my husband spent his hard money on it, but I was just like, oh, these are so good. So the quality is definitely there with these palettes. I am happy how now Natasha Denona offers palettes that like are a little bit smaller in size, so you can try them out for a little bit more affordable. They're still expensive, but I know that she has medium-sized palettes for $65 now, and then she has like the mini ones for $27, and then sometimes they're on sale at Sephora for like $12. I'm happy how now she's kind of bringing it down, but this palette is so good. But $129 is just, ugh, makes me sick. So the next one is to show my most affordable palette. So when I was looking for my most affordable palette, I actually appreciate this tag because it helped me come across a palette that I didn't even know I had. I've never used it, so I was like the clear packaging on it. So I'll show you that one, and then I'll also show you one that I have used. The most affordable one that I have used is my Maybelline City Mini Palette. These retail at Target and Walmart for $7.99, and you get 6 shades. The quality in this is amazing, and except for the black was a little bit patchy, but everything else in this palette is really nice. I love this gold here. I remember picking up this palette right before I went on my cruise for my honeymoon because I forgot my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. So this palette holds a special place in my heart. And then my other most affordable palette is $7, and it is the Profusion Bare Eyes Eyeshadow Palette. This is $7, so you get 10 colors and a brush. And the brushes that always come in the Profusion palettes are really good. These colors look so pretty, so I'm surprised I've never used it before. But yeah, now I discovered it, and I honestly will probably play with this tomorrow when I do my makeup. My everyday palette. So, to be honest, I don't really have an everyday palette because normally for my everyday kind of makeup look, if I'm doing shadow, I'll just use bronzer. So a lot of times when I do that, I'll like just take like my Natasha Denona gold palette and use like these 2 colors in my crease, maybe a little bit of gold. This is a good everyday palette. Another one that I used for everyday for the longest was my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, just because you had all of these like wearable tones here. Looking through my collection, I was like, if there was an everyday palette that I would suggest to somebody, it would have to be my ColourPop Bare Necessities palette. This is such a gorgeous palette. This is like a true person's everyday palette. You have all neutral tones, we have cool tones, warm tones. So if you wanted to wear natural looks every day but you just wanted to switch up the undertone, this would be the palette for you. You have mattes, you have shimmers, you have darker colors that you could use as eyeliners. Like, I think this palette definitely takes the cake for an everyday kind of eyeshadow palette. And I believe this palette retails for $18, and you get all of these colors and the quality is really good. Show your most colorful palette. I'm going to show you guys 2 because one is like the most colorful palette that I have, and then the other one is like my favorite most colorful palette. So my most colorful palette has to be my James Charles palette. This thing is humongo. This literally has every color under the sun. However, I literally never, ever use this palette. But my favorite, most colorful palette is my Morphe Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette. And the reason that I love this one is because you have your blend of like colorful but wearables. And then even the colorful colors, you can make them more wearable. The pigmentation on these are amazing and the quality of these are insane. All the colors in this palette blend out amazing, which I find is so hard with colorful palettes. I know with my James Charles palette, I have to work a little bit harder with the blend of some of those, but with this palette, I feel like everything just blends so nice. And it's crazy because they're both by Morphe, so you would think that they would both perform the same, but I don't know, this palette really stands out to me. I really enjoy this. Show your palette with the best memory that is no longer available. So when I saw this question, I was so upset because I hold onto things that are like so dear to me. But like lately, I've been trying not to do that because I'm like, okay, I need to not hoard makeup. So I threw out a bunch of palettes that I had for ages. But I figured some of them I didn't throw out. I just left them at my mom's house for my nieces to play with. So I technically still have them, they're just not in my home. So that palette would have to be my e.l.f. 100 color eyeshadow palette. I'm going to insert a picture of it here. That palette is so good. That palette holds such a special place in my heart because for one, they do still make them, but they don't make them the same. I think like every year they come out with a different one. But I remember being so excited. My dad bought me that palette. I think it was on Black Friday the year before I got my Lorac Pro one. So that may have been like Black Friday of 2011. And I remember I was so happy when he got me that palette because I was like, yes, now that I have this, I can finally film YouTube videos because I have one big palette that has all the colors that I'll need. And then my subscribers, they probably will have that palette so then they can reference to that. And I was just so excited. I got that palette in November, and then I think I filmed my first video in February, which my first video, I don't even think I used that palette, but I definitely used it in my second video. I'm gonna link that video down below. It's so embarrassing. That palette holds such a special part in my heart. I could cry. Palette worth the hype. So just so that I'm not like re-showing the same palette, a palette that I think is worth the hype is the Huda Beauty Nude palette. This is just such a gorgeous palette. I love the different kind of undertones. I feel like when this palette launched, there weren't that many palettes with these beautiful mauve colors. There wasn't that many palettes with pressed glitters. Now I feel like more companies and brands have come out with palettes that have that. But this was definitely one of the first. These shadows blend really nice. The pigmentation is there. Like, I definitely think you get what you pay for with these. And you get a variety of colors too. It's travel friendly. It's just an all-around good palette. My Natasha Denona palette, as expensive as it is, I do think it's worth the hype, just because whenever I'm using different palettes, but if I like just am in a rush and I want to get a look done quick and I don't want to worry about like patchiness or anything like that, the second that I pull out this palette and start working with the shadows, I'm like, oh, this is just so easy. There's no patchiness, no skipping. So it's hard to justify the amount that you'd pay for this, but quality-wise, this is definitely worth the hype. And then another palette that is definitely worth the hype is my Tati Beauty palette. I'm literally not just saying that because I'm a fan of her, but this palette, it's so good. It's right up there with the quality of my Natasha Denona palette, yet this one is only $48. There's a reason why it sells out every time she launches it, and it's just because it's just an all-around amazing palette that is definitely worth the hype. Show a palette not worth the hype. So this palette I got maybe 5 years ago, and I was so excited because I remember so many people would rave about all of these palettes, and then when I got it and used it, I was just kind of like, eh. But it was my Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. I don't know if they still make these. For one, like, this is what happened to mine. All of the shadows are coming out. And then not only that, but around this time was when Morphe started getting bigger, Makeup Geek was big, and I just felt like a lot of those brands were so much more affordable and the pigmentation on the shadows were better. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play with this palette again. I know it's expired, but maybe it was just the tones. I feel like at the time that this came out and was big, it was more all about like the orange and warm tones and not so much about these mauve colors. But now I feel like these mauve colors are in, so I'm gonna try this out again. Also, not only that, but my mirror fell out of mine. Like, completely just like came out. So there's that. The one thing from this palette that I do still love and use is the brush that it came with. The next one is to show your favorite palette from your favorite brand. So when I saw this question, I was like, this is so hard because I feel like I don't really have a favorite brand. I love a little bit of everything. But when I really thought about it, I was like, okay, let me think about like the brand that, like, I don't know, I've loved from the beginning and that has just been so good. I feel like hasn't ever gotten to like any like beauty community drama. They've always just been very accessible to women of all ages, all incomes, and that is BH Cosmetics. I remember being able to get BH Cosmetics when I was still in high school and I didn't really have a job, but it was like something that my parents would be able to purchase and not have to fork out like 40, 50 bucks on a palette, and they just always offered so many colors and variety of products and stuff like that. I remember getting my first brushes from them. So my favorite palette from them, and honestly probably one of my favorite palettes because it's so versatile, and it is my BH Cosmetics Navo Neutrals palette. I love this palette even though it broke on me. I still love it and I use it like this. You have like cooler tones here, warmer tones, you have a dark brown that you can work with, you get all of these blushes on the bottom. Not only that, but these shadows perform really well. They're not patchy, they blend out really smooth. It's just an all-around great palette. The blushes are beautiful too, and I've been using this in a lot of my videos lately. Oh, and I actually forgot a palette. So one of the questions was to show your smallest palette. And my smallest palette, I'm back and my hair is probably gonna be crazy. My smallest palette, this Milani one, I don't even know if they make this, but it's this Milani Fierce Foil Eye Shine. My friend Megan, which I feel like she always puts me onto stuff. She put me onto this palette. This is just beautiful. It's basically like an eye topper palette. So it's something that you would use with a different palette, but it's also really pretty by itself. Like you could just work any of those colors on their own on your lid, and it's just like a really soft like foil. It's a cream consistency, but it just gives a really pretty sheen to the eye. All right, and then the last one is your most used eyeshadow palette, and that by far has to be my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. You can see This one is loved. And this honestly isn't even the original one that I had. The original one that I had, I lost it on my wedding day because I remember bringing it with me to my venue so that if I had to touch up anything, I could. And I left it at the venue. And I remember buying a new one right when I got back from my honeymoon. I was like, I can't be without this palette. So this is definitely my most used. I just love this palette so much. I don't care what you think about Jaclyn Hill. Some people love her, some people hate her. Hands down, no matter what, if you use this palette, you know it's amazing. You literally get everything that you need in a palette. You have your fun pops of color, you have your darker colors for smokier looks, you have your everyday colors. The blendability on this is insane. It has like my favorite ever crease colors. Like this palette is just all around amazing. And I will forever love and cherish this palette because I did use, not this exact one, because like I said, I lost it on my wedding day, but I did use these colors on my wedding day, and it's been a part of so many other bridal makeups that I have done for other brides. So this is just such a staple palette in my collection that I can't be without. Like if I lose this, I need to have another one. I pray that they never stop making this palette because I just love it. Alright you guys, so that wraps it up for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this tag. If you did like it, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know about some of your eyeshadow palettes, some of your favorite ones, some of your not so favorite ones, your oldest palette that you own, the memory that you have attached to it. Something about like makeup palettes, especially eyeshadow palettes, like they're just so near and dear to my heart because I'll always remember like the time that I got it, when I purchased it, how many times I used it, the different occasions that I used it for. And I think the special part about eyeshadow palettes is that they don't run out as fast as like foundations and concealers. They're just tied to so many more memories because they're with you so much more longer throughout your journey, if that makes sense. So these are all just like so special to me. Alright, enough rambling about eyeshadow palettes. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I pray that you all have a safe and wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!